Hey, a lot of y'all know me and hear me talk all the time, so I know y'all don't want to sit and hear me talk for 15 minutes. So there are timestamps at the bottom to kind of help your way around depending on what you may be interested in. Or maybe you're not interested in anything at all and you just want to give your boy the click so he could get the view. Either way, I appreciate it. Hey guys, believe it or not, this is my third attempt at this. Sucks, I know. Um, I guess part of why I'm making this video isn't it's for me, which I guess is why I'm working so hard to like kind of make it work. But it's also for y'all, which is why I'm working so hard to make it work. If that makes any sense. Um, it's mostly for me, so I can look at this and have this be affirmation that the pace at which things are coming out is okay. So between work, looking for work, work again, contemplating looking for work again. Um, it's been a lot of time taken to the point where, I get done and I'm tired. And it's a lot of unwinding and a lot less, getting off work to get back to work. So I haven't really been putting anything out. And that in turn has affected my motivation because I'm not putting anything out at a constant enough rate or at a rate that I guess I deem acceptable. But, the homie said you don't really make progress by just effort alone or just by working as hard as you can, but also by having a plan before going in. And this whole time, like up until late last year, where I finally realized this, I was just kind of throwing stuff against the wall and hoping it stuck. To which, sometimes it worked, sometimes, I got a little off track. This is mostly for me so I can be like, hey, it's okay. It's, make the time when you have it and it'll get done when it gets done. As long as you know what you're doing, set yourself a schedule, everything will be fine. Like taking time, take your time, but also use the time you're taking to improve so I can continue to produce better content, produce more content. Because, at the end of the day, I like doing this. I really like it. And it also helps to my other strengths as far as job hunting. Maybe not one-to-one exactly, but just the kind of things I'm learning, like fooling with all this software and everything. Really, everything plays a role. Yeah, if that makes any sense. So, this is for me to be like, it's all right. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't stop, regardless of how long it takes. But then this is also for y'all. If y'all follow anything I do, whether it be type B, whether it be like occasional stuff that ends up on YouTube, if you see me on Twitch, SoundCloud's dead. We ain't fooling with that. That's a relic. But yeah, kind of an update kind of thing. I guess first thing I'll talk about is type B clothing. First off, thank each and every one of you. Share the post, like the post, retweet, bought a shirt back from the Redbubble days. Like, regardless, I really appreciate it. Suggestions, critiques, all of that too. I appreciate it. Y'all are part of what helps it breathe or whatever. And I know I got on the Twitter and was like, hey, a few announcements are coming up. Well, I guess as far as those announcements go, I'll get started. First thing, Peach Knee High reached out to me and was like, hey, let's do a line. We're in attorneys kind of thing. Be real Peach Knee High grappler specific, because us grapplers got to stick together. That's confirmed. Type B clothing cross Peach Knee High. That's a line that's coming out that I'm gonna be working on bit by bit, piece by piece, to have ready to go. Another announcement is the return of a classic favorite, from Redbubble. I know I hyped up Air Android a lot and still hadn't seen anything of it. I gave y'all Air Satsuki instead. Air Android was a situation where I wanted to be sure Teespring would allow me to use the product I wanted to. I didn't just want to rehash it or touch up on like the 16 vector and pumping out again. Like this, I really want it to be kind of what was envisioned when I was first talking about it with people in the squad. Similar with Well Rested, the Jigglypuff one, which the first rendition got taken down by the Pokemon Company, and then I did, somewhat of a better one that made it, but it didn't really stick. So, want to hope to get something that people will look at the same way they do like the Evolution shirt. Other examples include like Leave It to George, which I don't know. I almost vibe with that being like a Big Zam exclusive. Like that was kind of commissioned, so I don't know. I may just put that one to the side just for him. Another thing is, so a lot of my stuff is like video game and FGC based, but I've really wanted to dive into making shirts that kind of lie outside of that subject matter. Like I mostly did it FGC based because I love shirts that implement that kind of thing, for lack of a better word. Like I love Broken Zero merch. I love 86 clothing, and I see that and be like, oh, that's really cool. It'd be dope if I had a shirt of that. Same thing with some of the shirts that are on Type B clothing. Some of it is just stuff that, wow, I would wear that, and so I'll buy it. I'd like to wear it for me, but then if other people want to buy it too, definitely. But I also admire some shirts that are just kind of, for lack of a better word, about nothing, and I want to make more of that. And so what's going to be coming to Type B clothing soon is like an unplugged line, a bunch of non-FGC or video game apparel that's just out there. Some of it may have like subtle references and everything, because like I can't stray too far away from that because fighting games is pretty much the bulk of what I do. But a few abstract pieces just here and there, or something that's like, wow, I don't know what he put on there, but that's a pretty alright shirt. Now as far as the YouTube right now I'm chopping up the Devil May Cry 5 LP. I was in the situations where like moved, didn't have the time to do it. Now I have the time to do it, but I'm kind of like internally battling myself over whether I want to chop it all up and then upload it all, or whether I still want to chop it up and upload it piece by piece by piece. So I have a few episodes that have been chopped up and rendered and that I'm sitting on that I just haven't uploaded yet. And I think for the sake of just having something to constantly put out that can be watched, I'm just gonna bite the bullet, kick myself in the face and go ahead and start uploading those. And I'm gonna try to get back on a sub-regular schedule. It's gonna be like every two weeks you'll get like 2 or 3 or something like that. And I'm gonna plot that out on my calendar up here, my amazing calendar that has kept me in bounds like the last 2 months, which is when I realized, I need to start making a plan, scheduling these things, holding myself to them, and setting goals. So, whatever I hit, and whatever I don't is fine. After DMC5, Young Void and I looking into getting a capture card, and we're going to start continuing the LPs, starting with Shin Megami Tensei Devil Summoner Raido Kuzunaha. Like, what's the first one? King Abaddon, and then the second one's the Soulless Army, or flip-flop. Anyway, we're going to play the Raido games. So, that's going to be fun. That's going to be a pain, because, game capturing on the PS3, well, also, those Raido games are pretty old. But I think it's for that exact reason it'll be pretty fun. Those of you who are friends with me on Facebook, I talked about something for my YouTube channel where I play arcade games, and while playing, I talk about like fighting game related subjects, or just like competitive gaming related subjects in general. And a lot of people threw me suggestions and was like, whatever, I'll do, I'll support you. And that was like 4 months ago, and I never did it. Well, I say I never did it. It wasn't something that I just talked up and put on the back burner. I actually tried to record episodes of Afternoon Arcade. That's what I was going to call it. In the process of trying to record, I ran into issues where, depending on the arcade mode of the game I played, it would take, a heck of a lot longer than anticipated. The fact that I was trying to focus on playing something and talk at the same time, which is why I intentionally chose not to do something like net play, you know what I'm saying? because it's like, oh, well, I got to focus on my opponent and speed. But I ran into that same problem with certain arcade modes for games anyway, just if it was a game I hadn't played in a long time. Another thing was just, trying to get it started off and keep a constant train of thought. So if my playing didn't suffer as a result of talking, my talking suffered as a result of playing. And if I wasn't directly talking about the game I was playing, I didn't have any visual aids or examples to kind of give clarity to some of the things I was talking about, to the point where it would be like, just a bunch of jargon that wasn't necessarily understood. And I kind of want it to be something that everybody can at least enjoy, kind of. Or I didn't want to. No, here's my solution. I didn't want it to lean either sort of way. So I split up Afternoon Arcade. So what Afternoon Arcade is going to be instead is that I just play through an arcade mode of something I'm handily enough with to where it doesn't take like 20-25 minutes, and I just talk about the game I'm playing as well as ramble about other stuff as if it were a Twitch stream. But that way I don't have to stream for nobody and hope they watch the VODs. I can also make cuts when necessary, so it's not like a huge stream archive. And that way, even if someone doesn't particularly understand the game, the fact that I'm talking about the game I'm playing, you're able to see it and get a better understanding for it. The other half is going to be Taka Talk, or Taka Talks. Takahiro Talks. I speak on things to where it's just like, oh, well, UI. Here's my thoughts on UI and so, and I talk to a friend and here's what's happened. Just kind of like me sitting in front of a mic, rambling, throwing up pictures for, visual aid or whatever. Not to a video essay extent of Core A, and definitely not interactive with the chat and everything like Say Jam or somebody would be, but like honestly almost like a podcast, more or less. But sometimes it's 5 minutes, sometimes it's 10 minutes, sometimes I'll have Void and we'll probably just talk about a myriad of other things, and that's pretty much what that will be. And then memes. I've posted like memes before to the channel, and I'm probably just gonna keep doing that. Twitch, I know I haven't done much with. I was talking about the thing with the calendar where it's like, hey, do at least 2 of these a month or 2 of these a day or something like that. I don't plan or anticipate to get like affiliate or anything. Again, Twitch is just one of those things I like to do because I like to do it, and I get this, I'll touch this up one of these days. It doesn't always look like this, by the way. This is specifically for this video. And, I get to, show off things like these, because this thing in particular, I'm actually kind of proud of, just because I love Link. Not even that it took any kind of hardcore grinding out to make. I just think it's neat. But I'll be finishing Puyo Puyo Tetris, because that's what I was streaming the last time y'all saw me. And I'm going to be doing some Naruto G&T 4 streams, just because, I want to get more into G&T 4. I joined up with the Discord and everything, and it's a really fun game. It's a game I miss. Whatever game I stream that isn't going to be something that I have to play through a story mode, like, Puyotet or Honey Pop. Not that I would stream Honey Pop, but I just needed an example. Sorry. Basically, my It's a Chill stream, we're not going to do anything but just chill and talk. I'm probably going to play G&T 4, on the subject of Twitch and kind of Young Void, C&C Bros stuff. So, probably going to have him featured on some more episodes like we used to in the past. Do Brian and Shelly know this? No. Do I feel like they need to? No. Why is that? Not to say that they shouldn't know it, but if they found out in this video, it's whatever, because right now he's in a situation where he too is doing the most, and like trying to find time on top of trying to like solidify C&C Bros already hectic schedule between 3 people. by saying he's starting to be on more episodes probably won't say a lot, because the episodes he will be featured on will be like few and far between because of different schedules. And so it'll be a thing where, you know, I hit them up just about as last minute as we get hit up to even do anything. Like if you follow on Twitter, you know, I make an announcement the same day, because most of the time we don't know unless it's going to be that day, which is why we lean on YouTube and Podbean like it is, to where if you miss us on Twitch, like, you don't miss us. You can catch us sometime during that week whenever I get them uploaded. Episode 61 is still lost. That's a blow up. In the vein of Taco Talks that I mentioned earlier, Void's probably going to be around for a lot of that too, to where like the two of us will just record bits to where we discuss things. And the same thing with the C&C Bros. I had this really stupid name for it where it's like Cookie Crumbs or something like that, which is just clips of C&C Bros talking about something that is either taken from the podcast or not directly, you know, not directly a part of it, but we just happen to be sitting around discussing something. Because we tend to do that a lot too, just from hanging out. Which, you know, I guess is why it works the way it does, because it's already something we do. Just pull out the mic and start recording. That's it as far as like, I guess, social media-esque content. A few general things. I'm doing fine, I guess. We out here, we cool. I don't delve too much into like where I am, at risk of this like getting out. I mean, people don't really watch these, but knowing my luck, it'll be the one of like, nobody watches me. I won't talk about my current situation, and then that'll be the one where it's like, hey, you see where, and I'm fine, looking to do better. I'm not gonna say me and the mink. I'm on that same, you know what. So, but we are gonna start doing better in terms of putting this stuff out and doing these things, because I really like to do these things. Yeah, I made it all the way through this video, and like on the fourth try too. So, kind of proud of that. Now I have to edit it. Fun. But thanks a lot for watching and participating and doing all that you do. I wouldn't be here without y'all. So on that note, I'm gonna press the stop button. Keep rocking, baby.